Hey, what's up, guys? So yes, I know it's late, but I needed to get these reviews up and ready to go for you guys to see because I don't want to do all three of these tomorrow. But yes, guys, I'm sorry I didn't do one last night. It's just last night I was very busy. I was at a basketball tournament, and then when I got home, the power was out, so I couldn't really record, and so that's why I didn't do it last night. And then it was still out this morning, and it's gonna be out for a couple more days. But the only reason why it's working now is because we have a generator. So yeah, it makes it a lot better, and it makes me easier to talk to you guys and review a new awesome movie, which is called Star Wars. And I am just gonna be calling it Star Wars because, well, I will call it Star Wars A New Hope because that's what I grew up with. Grew up calling it Star Wars A New Hope. But when it originally came out in 1977, it was called Star Wars. And Star Wars is an amazing piece of film. It transcended everything. Literally, it transcended pretty much everything. It transcended film, culture, people, everything. It really did a lot of it did a lot of good and interesting things, and it's amazing that it's still a huge phenomenal hit that it is today. So yes, if you guys cannot tell, this is the original actual Star Wars movie without the special edition alterations, except for just the A New Hope thing on the bottom. So but other than that, yes, definitely I really do like this film. Out of the original trilogy, this is probably a big competition between this one and Empire Strikes Back, because I really do like those two the best for that. But like I said, I still like episode 3 the most. But definitely I really do like seeing how we first meet our characters: Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, Ben Kenobi, Han Solo, Chewbacca, Darth Vader, Grand Moff Tarkin. These characters are so memorable, and everybody knows these characters. And even if you haven't seen Star Wars, you've obviously, I think, in my opinion, you would have heard or seen or kind of heard some kind of reference to them. But yeah, it's very. So let's talk about the movie here. The movie is a very well done movie. It looks fantastic. It looks, especially for a 1977 movie, and that movie is like 37 years old, almost 40 years. And it's amazing that it looks the way it does. It is just completely amazing. And usually films like this don't hold up as much, but this one, it definitely does. The whole original trilogy does. I think the whole Star Wars saga will hold up maybe way 100 years down the line, because it looks as good as it does. And I felt like the special effects were always, for each Star Wars film, for each trilogy, in a way, I feel like the original trilogy, even the prequel trilogy, and then more than likely this new upcoming, the sequel trilogy as people are calling it, they are all going to, I'd say, transcend time and always be just an amazing art, and will never really be tampered, because there isn't that much really to yeah, there are some criticisms, but it is not that bad. There isn't. The noticeable changes are just, some of them, like a few problems. Yeah, okay, R2D2, when he's in space, he's black and not blue. And it's just stuff like that. But the stuff that they did for the special effects in this movie were awesome. Well, and actually, the whole trilogy was just awesome, because they did such a fantastic job with everything that they were asked to handle and do for this saga, for this huge gamble of a movie that we never knew it would work. Because who knew that this new space kind of saga slash franchise would actually work. And it's amazing that George Lucas finally, that he proved himself right, that it was, even though he himself doubted himself. The only one who didn't was Steven Spielberg, and, congratulations to that guy. But definitely, okay, so the movie kind of, there are some notable things. There are definitely a lot of notable things, such as the Death Star, the trench run attack, the rescuing the princess. There are so many excellent things about this movie that I'm sure you guys have already heard. And Everything is completely well done in this movie. Sometimes Luke is a little bratty, but that makes sense, because if you were stuck on a farm, like, if you were stuck on a farm, like your entire life, and you were being promised, yes, don't worry, you will get to go. Don't worry, you'll get to go. Don't worry, you'll get to go. Year after year after year, you're gonna get kind of like that too. And all these characters are very memorable. Luke, everybody I listed off before, but I really do like this movie. It is a very fantastic piece of film and art, in my opinion, and it is just awesome. I used to, a couple years ago, I thought, this is like my favorite original trilogy movie, and I was like, wow, because I feel like the reason why it is because it set up the universe. It set up, everything that was to come. And if this thing failed, would we have had the fandom that we do today? I don't know. Probably not as big as it is, but definitely it's huge. But oh, is that light gonna die? Please don't die. But definitely what else could I say about this movie besides awesomely amazing? The only problems, and I'm sure we all know it, is the special edition versions. So yes, the special edition versions are the versions where we see like new alterations, and some things are good. Definitely some things are good. Like the updated picture and sound is fantastic. But I know everybody has heard this conversation before. Who shot first, Han or Greedo? You know what? To me, I honestly don't care. Because for me, I can put that aside. Because, I understand, what the whole deal was that Han, in the movie, in the original movie, Han always shot first. He always shot first. We never saw Greedo shoot at all. And even though Greedo is a horrible shot, it is something that I feel like is completely overrated. And you guys, please, come on. I know it's a huge thing, but do we really need to be talking about it? We've been talking about this ever since the special editions came out for a while. Come on, guys, let's put this to bed, please. More than likely, with this new trilogy coming out, we won't worry about that as much. But yeah, what would I give this movie for a rating? I would definitely give this rating a 5 out of 5 winks. This movie is awesome. It transcended everything. It transcended my family. My dad is the one that got me into Star Wars, and if it wouldn't have been for him, I wouldn't be here doing this. I would not be doing my videos. I would not be doing the movies that I do. I would not be the person I am today without Star Wars. Star Wars changed my life. It really did. It makes me think, I have worth. Everyone has worth. And you see that anybody could, even a nobody could become a huge hero and savior to somebody or something. And that's something that's awesome. I really do like that. It's a good message, and it's something that has throughout this whole saga. It's just awesome in my opinion. But yeah, guys, that's about it for Star Wars A New Hope, for people who don't know. But episode 4, Star Wars. What would they called it back in the day? I just gotta say, thanks, George Lucas. Even though some ideas are now a little bit out there. And thank you everybody that was involved in the first Star Wars movie. Because without you, I probably wouldn't be here. And I know I say that, but I wouldn't. I definitely would not be here right now if it was not for Star Wars. It changed everything. It would change everything. And it did. So, it's a good thing that it did. But yeah, guys, I just want to say thank you to you guys. I've got a lot of popular feedback from my trailers and, my AMVs and stuff. And I just gotta say thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. I'm glad this channel is growing. I've got 42 subscribers right now, and I feel like that's awesome. I've hit kind of a milestone. I'm almost to 50, which is half of 100, and that's amazing. I think back to when I started with my Tammy review, and I'm like, wow, I did that kind of stuff. Now look at me. I feel like I've upgraded a little bit more, but we're not here to talk about that. But yeah, guys, I will see you guys later. J Wink, wink it out.